Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with some iRacing, this time round for the start of the all-new TURN Racing Grand Prix series. Yes, I've decided to jump in with the qualification events. I think it's 7 rounds over the next 7 weeks on Thursday evenings. And yeah, $10,000 on the line if you get into the real series. Of course, I know full well I'm not going to qualify for the real series, but I thought, you know, it would be a nice chance to finally race this. The Dallara IR01 came to the sim a few years ago and was basically dead on arrival, but they made a lot of changes to it. They put a lot more emphasis on the car, and of course now we've actually got a proper series. This is the first time I've ever properly driven this thing. V10 engine, 0 traction control, 0 ABS. This thing is quite a handful. We've got 38 laps tonight around the Red Bull Ring to kickstart the season. Most of the races are on Formula 1 circuits. There's a rogue event over at Pocono, which I'm not going to be able to do, unfortunately, because I'll be away at the real-life Belgian Grand Prix. But yeah, of course, if you're new around here, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed. Obviously closing in on 10,000 subscribers at the moment as well, so we'd really appreciate it if you could help me get one step closer to that. But you know what? Let's do this thing. So, interestingly enough then, you actually have to start the races on the same tyres that you qualified on for this series. So I think pretty much everyone sensibly is starting this one from a set of mediums. The soft tyres just don't last very long at all. My plan is go as far as I can sensibly on the mediums and then make the switch over to hards towards the end there. 38 laps, it reckons it's going to be about 43 minutes. And I am nervous, I tell you what. Trying to get a clean start on this thing's going to be a challenge.
Green, green, green.
Oh, we just haven't gone anywhere. Lots of wheel spin there as we head down in towards turn 1. That has been a nightmare. Just going to try and keep it.
Right side's clear. Car right, clear right. On your right side's clear.
Well, that was not ideal.
Right, clear
I think
right.
we've got away without any major damage,
Car
though.
right.
Half-second slowdown penalty.
Still
Oy.
clear right.
Got to be
Need
careful on the
slow down to
grass.
give back the time gained.
I think it was, yeah, just wheel-to-wheel contact, so we've got away with... We haven't got away with that one.
Left side.
Dearie me!
Still there.
Got absolutely launched on by a Haas.
Still there. Clear
And
left.
yeah, we've got a tiny bit of wheel damage.
Car left.
I've lost the rear wing.
Still
I
clear
think
left. Let's see
have we
what
got a
salvage from this,
meatball?
mate.
I don't know if we can even sort this out. Of course, you only get one chance at this a week, so that's not ideal. we might already be out. I don't know. We'll find out at the end of this lap. Is this guy trying to look down the inside? I mean, come on, we get one chance at this, people, and everyone trying to be so aggressive. I don't actually think... Am I meatballed? I'm not convinced I am meatballed, to be honest. I mean, we're losing a lot down the straights. So we'll see if I get to the end of lap 1, whether we've actually got a meatball flag or not. Because obviously if I'm not meatball, then there's no real point in pitting, because I don't think we'll be able to change a rear wing in this car. We're certainly losing, I mean, to that guy anyway. A lot of straight line speed, but... Yeah, a bit of a nightmare, though, early on. Seems like a lot of cars, though, had issues. Down to P13 from 3rd place on the grid. You can see, yeah, top end definitely struggling. So we're going to get
On your right.
dive bombed.
Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Yeah,
Car right. Right
that
side's
seems about
clear
right.
Clear right.
I mean, that was Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen levels of bad, that. What was that about? Oh, another one on the infield gone as well. This guy incredibly slow in front of me. Be careful. I mean, we've already got 8x as well, which is hardly ideal
109.
early on. And we've definitely got next to no rear end stability. Obviously due to the lack of rear wing, but I can't help but feel this race is still going to be about survival. There's already half our instant points gone by the end of lap 2. 36 more to go though. We've effectively got half of an Austrian Grand Prix still to survive. What's annoying me is this Gabriel guy is all over the road, but incredibly aggressive in the process. He was the guy that crashed into me. That's what I mean about being all over the road. Yeah, seems about right. Just all over the place. And you try to avoid him. And just bottom out. I mean, luckily on this car, you've got these weird little virtual mirrors. So I'm going to actually... I mean, we may as well pit now. We're basically in last place already. See if we can get a new rear wing put on the car. But yeah,
Pit lane speed limit is 80.
I mean, if we
kilometers
can,
per hour.
then we are basically down and out. But maybe, just maybe, these cars you can replace a rear wing on, unlike a normal Formula 1 car. I mean, it's a fairly simple change, theoretically, I suppose. Just a shame people don't know how to brake. Required repairs, 30 seconds. Optionals, 3.5 minutes. So we're going to bolt on a set of hard compound tyres. So I wonder if that 30 seconds then is for the rear wing. I mean, we're going to go a lap down here. 5 laps in. Not really what I wanted, I'll be honest. But yeah, we'll wait and see if that new rear wing goes on. And it has! I was not expecting that, to be completely honest.
Track's
Okay.
clear. Push, push, push.
Shame about the wheel tracking still out, but I don't think we can afford to lose 3 laps doing that. Okay. I mean, we're now obviously going to get a lot of blue flags potentially over the next couple of laps, but at least we've got a car now that's semi-competitive down the straight. I think we're still lacking a little bit, but, you know, like I said, I think this is still going to be a race of attrition, so if we can go back to a set of mediums towards the end, or even a set of softs, who knows? Jeff, I don't know what his name is, Bill, something on crew chief. Jim, isn't it? Jim is my crew chief. It's been a long while since I've been acquainted from him, but yeah, back into the 11s then, so definitely was worth getting a new rear wing on the car. I mean, like I said, we're a lap down now, so really is just, you know, pick up the scraps and then see if anyone gets DQ'd. But to be honest, it's good experience driving the car as well. That is not the line by that gentleman in front of me, but do I believe cars are going to go all 38 laps without binning it? Absolutely not. That's exactly what I mean. Guy in front of me loops it round into the barrier. That might be the end of his afternoon. These are still Formula cars at the end of the day. They're not exactly built strong. Oh, and that is 2 instant points left.
Warned about track limits.
Car is definitely still unstable around here. I mean, you can still see the steering's out. Which is meaning that whenever we do get a slide, which, fully enough, with a V10 and no traction control, does happen quite a lot, it's just incredibly difficult to correct it. And now we've actually got someone appearing on my relative there. Maybe a battle could be on our
Good
hands.
lap. That's your quickest today. Yellow flag.
That's P18. Someone else has gone. And that's another car into the wall. And this is exactly what I mean. Travis gone. Maybe Gerard will join him. Just got to keep picking up the places. Oh, this guy is struggling, it's safe to say.
The gap's now 0.3.
Emerson there all over the place. Very, very slow in towards the final couple of corners, but why are they braking so much? Have they not got a front wing or something? Surely it's worth pitting if you're able to go that slowly through the corners. I mean, they still seem okay down the straights. Definitely going to have to get to the inside, though. I have no idea where they're going to brake at T1.
Car left. Clear left.
Down the inside we'll go. And P16. P15? P15 now ours. So another couple of cars gone. I mean, if anything else, it just saves our I rating as well. But you never know how useful the championship points could be. Oh, this guy as well. Braking very, very early. I like the Audi livery on his car, but come on, mate. Get on with it, or get out of the way, I suppose. Which is he doing? I don't really know whether he's... No, he's definitely not doing it.
Left
Down
side.
the inside.
Clear left.
Make sure we keep it between track limits. You can get away with a little bit more than the F1 drivers could last weekend, but I mean, we're almost a half distance already then, so we're kind of motoring through this thing. So that's somehow a new fastest lap as well.
That lap was at 110.6.
A bit of a rear lock in, but we can't let it go over that sausage curb. And up to P14 then, there's another one gone. Like I said, just slowly picking them up. I think we need P11 to get neutral I rating out of this. I desperately need to get my I rating back above the 2K mark. But yeah, just obviously haven't had much time to play iRacing recently. Obviously been very, very focused on the F123 content. So this channel's gone a little bit neglected, but I'm sure as we get towards the end of the year, I'll have a bit more time again. And Gabriel then is losing a lot of time to myself already, got down to about 8 seconds, so yeah, definitely still got a lot of cars limping around as we're getting more and more confident, which is good for our pace. But of course, yeah, you just get those little moments like that, which can still be just a little bit scary from time to time.
The car ahead's pitting now.
And there we go, Gabriel into the pit lane then, as well as Pablo, so Gaining a couple more
13th
spots,
place.
potentially
That's your
temporarily.
quickest so far.
So we set another new PB. There is Pablo just in front of me, so we might now have a race on our hands. A set of the hard compound tyres. They do actually feel quite decent. They just obviously do take a little while to warm up there, as getting a whole wash of understeer out the final corner. Is that our first 109?
We're
Yes, it
halfway
is.
home.
First 109 of the day.
9 laps remaining on this tank.
So obviously don't want to run too deep in towards that first corner, but might now be able to get a run on him as we head up the hill. They see just as he shift up the gears, you gain a little bit more each and every time. To the inside.
Car left. Clear left.
Really just trying to get it slowed down. That was brave, obviously, on the marbles,
Well
but
done, mate.
we've
That
made
was
it
great.
through. He might be able to try and get a run back at me off the corner, which he's going to try there, so I think we're definitely still down on top end
Car
speed.
left. Hold your
He's
line.
broke much later. Has he made it work?
Still there.
No, not
Clear
quite.
left.
Couldn't get the
Car
power down,
left,
didn't have the
pitting.
confidence. Made sure to give him some room as well. That was a good little side-by-side moment. That's the first proper battle, I guess you can call it, as well. He runs massively wide through the next corner. It's difficult to get this car to bite through here. But we're up again into P12 now. But of course, we've got another pit stop to do before the end. So we might be on a pursuit run towards the end of this race. So my plan of action then, I reckon, late on here is we should be able to get this fuel, about another 6 laps. Yeah, so I reckon we might then be able to go soft to the end of this race and try and push for fastest lap, and of course just be really quick around the venue. That, I think, is going to have to be the plan of attack here. We're still pulling away. I mean, Pablo's made a big mistake there and no idea what's happened to Gabriel. But I'm looking at sort of Jay in front, and I mean, we've got good pace over him still. If we can be ahead of him before we box, then maybe we've got an opportunity. Now I've had someone else re-emerge just in front of me. It's a fellow Matt. There's Charles behind. Gotta be careful, make sure we get out of the way of him quite soon. Oh, he's already right there, isn't he? So I don't know. Probably worth letting him by, isn't it? We'll let him by here. Hopefully he's going to spot the fact I am in fact letting him by, and then hopefully
Clear right.
we
Leaders
can
pitting
try and
now.
use him to get past Matt in front. I mean, these hard tyres are starting to fall off, and look at that, we've done that perfectly. Max Verstappen Monaco from a few years ago. We will take the freebie. I mean, we're going to lose it again, but you never know what might happen still later on in the day. Oh no, we've come up to the back of Emerson again. Still clearly trundling round, but not reassuring the way they're driving at the moment, and they definitely don't seem to understand blue flags particularly either.
You're gaining
Only
on this
got
car. The gap
4
is
more laps of
2.2
fuel.
seconds.
Look at that. That is awful. Oh, you can't do that.
Right side.
Yep.
Right side's clear. Had a black flag. We'll need to come into the pits.
Wonderful. Who stops on the racing line into a corner like that?
We'll need to pit
And
for
that
repair.
is
We've had the
GG's.
meatball flag.
Oh, mate, honestly. I knew he was going to be slow, but I mean, he's got out of the way of the car in front and just slammed on the anchors. I mean, we've managed to go right through him, which is quite impressive. But yeah, that is definitely now game over on a tough, definitely a tough opening race to this series.